Good morning, all of you, and I welcome you all to the third day session first of this AICT sponsored FDP on digital marketing techniques for business excellence. At the beginning, let me all wish you a very happy Teachers' Day, and I'm reminded of a quote by Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, which says, "A true teacher is one who helps his or her students to think for themselves." And I think this quote aptly summarizes what a teacher's job is, especially in today's world of deep fake and post-truth and fake news and a lot of other things. So let us start with our session today. And I would request Dr. Rajendra Parijat to introduce our guest of today's session.
Thank you, madam. Hello, everybody, and good morning to all of you. And a very warm digital salute to all you for the Teachers' Day. Greeting to all, including Sachin, sir. And here I am to introduce today's resource person, Mr. Sachin Parekh, who is Director, London School of Digital Business, UK, CEO, Soch Solutions, more than 25 years of experience in crafting customer experience journeys as a technical and pre-sales architect role, especially into the Cisco contact center domain. He has technology skills, Cisco UCC suite of products, omni-channel solutions, call recording, WFM, Calibro, etc., wallboards, CRM integrations, CTI desktops, agent supervisor, analytics and reporting, digital marketing and LMS, software development. Worked in UK and for the UK customers since 2001. Also associated with JAMS UK India, where Cisco contact center focused software and services company had its working, and founded, grown exponentially, and then happily acquired by an MNC. Source Solutions deals with software development, business focused on digital activities, and also co-founder of a few other ventures like Arihant Developers, iPassion Sports, Desire Sports. Is a computer wizard with strong technical experience that starts from programming to technical architecture. Managing technical teams, projects, and mainly strong in pre-sales. Very passionate about branding, marketing, and especially productization. So great salute to you, sir, on Teachers' Day. And I request you to take over and start with your session.
Thank you so much for such a warm welcome and a great introduction. Thank you so much. Let me try to share my screen now. Okay. So are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning. And I have already been So today's subject, email marketing. There'll be first session of 90 minutes and the next more exciting session of 90 minutes. We'll be touching various aspects of email marketing. First of all, let's try to understand, what people think about email marketing. It is supposed to be one of the core modules within digital marketing. And as David Newman says, email has an ability many channels don't. It creates valuable personal touch, and it is highly, highly scalable. So I'm not going into what is email marketing and all that, because I know the audience is faculties and highly educated people. But just quickly touch upon where does it help? Uh, Building relationships. Email enables you to connect to your audience when it is convenient for them. So, unlike call centers where you're calling and maybe the other person is not ready to receive your call, not in the right frame of mind, etc. Whereas email is a medium whereby you will be able to connect when it is convenient for them, which means from a psychology point of view, there is a greater chances of success with email marketing. You can keep connected. Most of the channels that let you connect when there is a reason. But email is such a medium whereby you can keep connected with the people without them having to become your customers. So you can create a suspect list and keep in touch with them, not necessarily trying to sell anything. Keep in touch with the prospects, convert them into the leads, and finally convert those leads into the customers. And it doesn't stop there. It'll take you and enable you to even connect to the customers who have left your organization for whatever reason. So there is a chance to bring them back. So let's look at.
Good morning, sir. But your voice is not audible. Sir, voice is not audible.
Okay, just 1 second. Are you able to hear me or not at all?
No, we can hear you, sir. I would request participants to increase their volume of their laptops or mobiles.
Okay, so it is the volume. I thought you're not able to listen to me at all.
No, madam, your voice is clearly audible.
Okay.
Okay.
What I will do is I'll turn off.
Madam, we have already increased the volume.
Okay.
Your voice is audible, madam, but sir's voice is not audible.
Okay, no
okay,
worries.
Sachin sir, if you could.
I will try to turn off my camera. I'll try to turn off my camera so that maybe if it is a bandwidth issue for someone.
Okay, sir. Will do.
Okay, let me go back to where was I? Email marketing. Yes, participants, if you could go on mute, please. Thank you. So let's look at this next area of where is the significance. Now, I'm not really trying to give you, the boring stuff on, the benefits of email marketing, but we need to understand where to use which channel of digital marketing. So if you look at social media, if you look at SEO, if you look at other channels such as podcasting, every channel has got its place, where to use it, and most importantly, where not to use it. So there are 14 reasons why email marketing, it is more effective than even social media for the customer acquisition point of view. And we will recover a lot of reasons for that. So if social media is the cocktail party, then email marketing is the meter for coffee. What it means basically is gives a personal touch. So as we say, there's nothing that can beat, your one-to-one meetings. And when people meet, there is definitely a deal that happens. or there's high chance of deal happening because of that one-to-one communication. And as Eric says, email is one such channel where you have one-to-one touch. And how we will uncover that over next few minutes. So the second reason is email enables bigger messages, images, and links. So if you look at social media, for example, Twitter limits you to how much you can put in a message. If you look at Facebook post, and if it is an image that you're putting in, you cannot have more than 20% of the image as text, which means it again limits you how much text you can put in. Well, you might argue that, well, even if I put in more text, it allows me to post. Yes, the Facebook will allow you to post something that where you have written a lot of text. But what I'm trying to say here is, this is the thumb rule of Facebook, that if you want your post to go viral, then your text should be less than 20% of the image. And if you try to make a paid ad campaign, Facebook will actually calculate that you cannot have more than 20% of the text. And if you have, then it will not activate your paid ad in Facebook. So there are these limitations with various other platforms, whereas email does not have any such limit at all. Of course, there are guidelines of what should be the size of the email, how it should be drafted, and all that. However, that's not the topic of discussion today. So let's move on to the next one. Email is cost effective. Many people think that email is actually free, but it is not. It does cost. So if you're using Gmail, many of you use Gmail because it's free. Yes, of course it is free, but it's an individual level. If you're trying to send emails, you can send probably unlimited number of emails from Gmail. Well, no, that is what you think it is. Does anyone know what is the limit of number of emails that you can send from Gmail? Anyone? Okay. Gmail has got a limit of 500 emails that you can send in a day, which means if you're trying to make big email campaigns, you cannot possibly do that with Gmail. Emails are most commonly used. So you will see that if you want to have something at mass level, then people use newspapers, TV advertisements as the traditional medium because they have huge reach. Because most people would have television, most people would have bought some newspaper or the other. Similarly, email is very, very widely used. The next one is it's highly measurable. So you can actually measure how much, and all the quantity of emails that were sent, how many were received, how many were opted in, how many clicked through the links inside the email. You can have all the statistics. So with the measurability, you can obviously improve your campaign a lot. This one is interesting. Allows for targeted messaging. So you can actually decide that you want to send this particular email to a group of people who are, say, for example, faculties. If you know that you're sending this for faculties, your tone of that email would be addressing faculties. And whatever you're trying to say in that email will actually make sense to the faculties. So you can have a target pre-decided, and then you can send a message accordingly. So let me just have a little bit of interaction here. So let me pause and go back to my screen and turn on my video. So how many of you think that we can have targeted messaging through other mediums? Anybody? Which other medium you can have targeted? SMS, okay, people are messaging, okay. Yeah, so other than email, SMS, LinkedIn, okay. Now, LinkedIn, somebody said LinkedIn here. Can you just unmute? Are you able to speak? Somebody said LinkedIn in the message. Yes.
Hello.
So,
Yes,
you
sir.
said LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you can do targeted messaging in LinkedIn. However,
Yeah.
that's when it comes to the paid advertisement.
Okay.
Yeah. So, of course, that's exactly what I wanted to get to, is that there are other mediums within digital marketing. In fact, the core of digital marketing is targeted messaging. However, it's paid when it comes to other channels, whereas in emails, by default, you will be doing targeted and segmented advertising.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. Thank you. So let me go back to the
Thank you.
presentation. Otherwise, if I don't have these interactions, I will feel like, I'm in some silo. So thanks for that interaction. Let's go back to the screen. It allows branding as well as sales at the same time. So most of your campaigns would be either branding campaigns or sales campaigns. But email will allow you to keep in touch with everyone, and hence it is something where you can achieve sales, achieve branding, or both at the same time. Of course, mobile enables quicker access, and that's true not only for email, it's true for all digital platforms. But what is so unique about email is it is non-interrupting channel of communication. So again, taking an example of call centers, making calls, it's something that is going to interrupt you while doing something. However, if you look at email, email will come maybe in the evening, maybe at night. It'll sit there and wait for you to be available, and then you can check the emails. Hence, it is non-interrupting. Hence, people don't get irritated with emails most of the times. Of course, if you start sending junks, if you start sending non-useful kind of stuff, and if you send a lot of attachments, then definitely people will be irritated. Right. So here are the next few reasons why digital marketing has email marketing as its core. It generates website traffic. So you can have an email which contains the address to your website, and you can bring people to your website. You can probably give multiple links in the same email. It's perfect for personalized messaging. So as you normally see that, all these campaigns that they run, they will say, "Dear Sachin, dear Praveen," and so on. So it's personalized. So it's trying to address me. Hence, it is more likely to get my attention. It incorporates all age groups. This is very important, where it scores over a lot of social media platforms. Maybe Instagram is for certain age group, probably youngsters. Facebook is generally for medium to higher age groups. And when it comes to Twitter, it's a specific group of people who are looking for, news, quick updates, etc. Pinterest is again for creative people and so on. LinkedIn is for professionals. Again, uh, email is something where you can have all types of age groups under the same channel. It is platform independent. What I mean by that is if I'm using Gmail, if you are using Hotmail, and somebody else is using their own domain name email IDs, we can still interact with each other. So, taking an example again on LinkedIn, if I don't have an account on LinkedIn, I will not be able to communicate with you. I will not be able to connect with you. So we are, in those cases, we are platform dependent. So now that we are on Google Meet and Zoom and all these connectivity platforms, again, I have to have that in order to connect. I cannot connect from Zoom to Google Meet or from Skype to Zoom, for example. So they are platform dependent. However, email is very, very useful because it is platform independent. It's easy to design as well. You can write a simple text. You can be very creative with your HTML, and you could probably include images to make it more attractive. Okay, but no spams. So this is the one to watch. I'm here because I sent too many jokes on email. So let's try to understand some of the terms in email marketing. A/B testing. A/B testing is basically creating different versions of your emails. So let's say, and it's version A, version B, and it could be version A, version B, C. So you could have three types of emails sent to different audiences within your same segmentation. And so if we assume A, B, then one set of people will receive version A of the email, and other will receive other version B of the email. And based on how many people are opening the email, how many people are clicking the links, how many people are converted, etc., using those statistics, you will know which campaign is actually giving you better results. So A/B testing becomes very useful, and it is the backbone of email marketing, because then you know that what you're sending is highly likely to work. So this is kind of a preparation before you actually jump into it. Okay, audience segmentation. As we have been discussing, there is, of course, the segmentation of audience. So you can um, make compartments of your audience based on a lot of things. Three primary factors: demographics. So you could have people from Pune sent, a certain kind of email, which is more local and so on. We have campaigns at LSDB where you would have people from Russia. Now, in Russia, they might be giving importance to something else. So, or as simple as when you address an email, and let's look at the location as one aspect, and some of the level of education as another factor combined together. So, uh, if we are trying to send emails to the principals in India, he or she is called principal or director within that organization. Whereas we go to some other countries like Russia, they are called rectors. So they will be addressed as rector. So when you're trying to send an email to Russian principals or directors, you will call them rector. So this is how it becomes more personalized, more meaningful, um, and you can have such different factors such as age, income levels. Uh, you can also look at the audience with their behavior. So if somebody has made some purchases in the past, so for example, you purchase a mobile phone on Amazon. You know, you could be sent an email saying that, are you looking for a mobile cover or scratch guard or something like that, or a spare mobile charger? So based on behavior, if you're sending emails, then it has got higher chances of success. Of course, you know, we can look at other factors now. As you know, Google is capturing a lot of your data, and they know what you're searching, what you're doing, because you're using Gmail as well. They know that what bills you're paying, when are they due, etc., which is sometimes, you know, a little risky. People feel uncomfortable, but that's a different area right now. We're not concerned with that. But if you look at the useful part of that, we know, you know, what this person is paying as a mobile bill or electricity bill, etc., when it is due, etc. So Google could send you offers which are more useful to you, and that has got a great conversion rate. Similarly, if you have a website and you are able to capture some of these attributes, you will be able to have a very successful email campaign. Bounce rate. So email can bounce for a number of reasons. Email address does not exist, domain does not exist, receiving email server has completely blocked because, you know, it was marked as, so there are temporary blocks, there are permanent blocks, etc. It's called a blacklist that they maintain. It could be that the mailbox is full. You don't realize that with Gmail, but most of the corporate mailboxes will have a definitive mailbox size. So if the mailbox is full, your mail will not be delivered. The recipient email server is down or offline. So it is the SMTP service which is running on the server. If that service is down or the entire server is down, your email is going to bounce. And email message is too large. Again, these are based on the restrictions of your mail server. So let's look at how do we look at some tools which will help you validate the email address so you have reduced bounce rate. Okay. So are you able to see my screen? Can you just unmute and speak up?
Yes,
someone?
Sir. Yes, sir. We are able to.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. So that also confirms that everybody is awake. Great. So if I just put parekh.sachin@gmail.com, and then let me just do this again. So this is verifyemailaddress.org. It's an online tool. You will click, put in the email address, verify email now. And it says the syntax is correct. As I was saying, SMTP server. This is Google's SMTP. It has worked, and this is valid. Now let's check. Sometimes what people have is, because when we are talking about building email list, this will be very important. So people type in wrong email addresses. So M, for example. Now what happens? Email syntax is correct. Yes, there's nothing wrong with but the MX record could not be found. MX is the mail server records. And you can look into the details. Let me just try to do this. Okay, again, connecting to gmail.co field, because there is no such email address. There is no such server. Now what we'll do is we'll try to change this to so syntax is still correct, but there's no such person. And if I forget the dot here, it should say syntax not correct. Syntax not correct. So there are various factors why email ID would be wrong, and you can verify here. So another such site is email checker, email-checker.net. It does the same thing. You can check one email address at a time, but let me leave. Oh, Batu. Okay. So if you had a lot of email addresses, right? For example, all the participants of this webinar, maybe you will not be happy by checking one by one. So what you will do is probably put email addresses here at .com, then syntax incorrect, and then I will just say validate. So domain invalid 1, syntax invalid 2. I'm not going to go into the results because if I click here, it will download a file and it will show me what's in it. So I'll leave it for now because it's very easy to understand. So Leopathu is one of the websites where you can verify email addresses in bulk. Now, obviously, all these websites are good as a beginner or a small to medium enterprises. This is great. But then when you have more email IDs like hundreds and thousands, then probably you have to go for paid services from these people. Okay, so that's the two. And so that's one of the tools that we just saw to verify email addresses. There are lots of other tools that you can use when it comes to email data manipulation. But it's not just the verify, but it's also a lot of stuff that you can do with email when it comes to email marketing. And when you have huge amount of data, it does matter. So how do you choose an email marketing tool which you are trying to have for your bulk email marketing? Now, that's a specific area that we are now looking into, bulk email marketing. So, of course, you will look at the costs, the features, and most importantly, and this is the part that we ignore, is the support. And in organizations, this is one more important thing. And what happens and why there is sometimes this disconnect between what students know and what the industry needs is because students are always focused on cost. So they use all the free solutions, basic features, and they don't even know what is support because they don't know, never need. And hence, they are using the tools which are not industry grade. And of course, they might know basic concepts, but they have to go back to the industry and learn those tools. So I'm coming it from an industry point of view. If you ask me what's the most important part of this, then I would say support is the most important element. If I have problem, if I have my email IDs blocked, my mail server not able to send properly, then I want instant help from the service provider. So support becomes a very crucial factor. And for today's webinar, we have been asked to go into MailChimp as one of the email marketing tool. But before we dive into that, let me just give you a complete overview of what all is available. So there are these email marketing tools. As we said, MailChimp is what we're going to look into. But I'm not very much of a tool fan. I'm more of, look at the strategies. How do you select a tool? What that tool will enable you to do, and what restrictions are there with that tool. So let's try to understand the concepts more than just the user interface, which we will see definitely. But I think my focus would be you to get understanding behind these tools and selection of these tools. So ConvertKit, Aweber, Constant Contact, Infusionsoft, these are some of the names of email marketing tools. These are the top in the world. Mailjet, Sendinblue, GetResponse, Omnisend. Benchmark is again something that's very well respected. Sender is something that I like as well. So let's look at some of these terms in context of MailChimp, but some of these terms will equally apply to other tools. So contact. So every information about one person that you're storing in your account, in your MailChimp account, is called one contact. And I will quickly go through these terms because it will sound more theoretical, and we'll actually experiment and try to really understand these terms in a practical way. So there are these seeds. These are the number of users for your account. So if you have a MailChimp account and you want number of people manage that account, then those are called number of seats. Again, this is very important in industry. Contact limit. So the number of contacts you can market. Contact types. Determine what type of marketing they're eligible for, whether they count towards your contact limit. So again, to avoid spamming, these servers have created a lot of these measures wherein you will see that who is subscribed, unsubscribed, and non-subscribed to your email list, and you will be able to send emails to them accordingly. So what is a subscribed contact? A subscribed person is the one who opted in to receive your email marketing related emails. So many times you will have a checkbox saying that yes, you can send me marketing emails, newsletters, etc. And we just tick it without reading. But then that's what it means is you have said, I'm okay if you send me marketing messages. Unsubscribed contacts. So what people do is they check these boxes, subscribe to these newsletters and marketing campaigns, but later they realize that, oh, I'm getting these mails which I'm not happy. So they go to the unsubscribe link and opt out. So those contacts who subscribed but then opted out are called unsubscribed contacts. And non-subscribed contacts is the one who interacted with you somewhere else, but on your platform somewhere. So somehow you have their email ID, but they have not necessarily said they're happy to receive your marketing campaign. So the contacts do not contribute towards your contact limit, are archived and clean contacts. So these are the statuses. You don't have to worry too much about it right now. Right. This is the most important factor, send. So email sent to an individual is counted as one send. And what is the send limit? The number of emails allowed to send. Now, enough of the theory, and let's look at some practical example. So I have put in some figures here, and just get ready to unmute and answer. Let me explain this first, and then I'll ask some questions. So trying to understand this terminology and how these email clients work. Sendinblue has a subscriber limit of unlimited. So you can have as many subscribers as you want. Monthly send limit is 9,000. So in a month, you can send maximum 9,000 emails. And how many you can send daily? The daily send limit is 300. As I said, Gmail has got a daily send limit of 500, but because we don't send 500, we never realize there is a limit. Now let's look at MailChimp. 2000 is a subscriber limit, and monthly send is 10,000, and daily send is 2,000. So which means even if you have ability to store 2,000 contacts, the subscribers, and you can send them 2,000 emails in one go, if you do it for 5 days, you would have exhausted your limit. So you cannot send any more emails at that point in time. So let me take an example here, and I will keep this on the screen, but let me see myself. Okay. So here's the question now. So if I have a marketing campaign where I need to send 35,000 emails, I want to send 35,000 emails, which, well, I can send it over a period of 1 week. Which will I use? Any answers? Any answers?
Still lower can be used because monthly limit is not actually matching with the 35,000.
Fantastic. What's your name? Sorry.
So this is Pankaj Chauhan.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for paying attention. You're absolutely spot on. With this, there is no way I can send 35,000 emails. Thank you so much. The next question is, I want to send 12,000 emails. I want to send 12,000 emails to probably, let's put it this way. The example is you would have 2 days to send the campaign, and you want to send to 2,500 people 5 emails, let's say. Which one will you select? Let me phrase my question again. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, please repeat the question once again.
Yes. I was going to repeat the question because I know while phrasing the question, I confused myself actually. Okay. So I have 5,000 people that I need to send emails, and I want to send in 2 days. So today I want to send 5,000 emails. Tomorrow I want to send 5,000 emails, and day after tomorrow I want to send 2,000 emails. So I have 5,000 contacts. I will send them first email today, second email tomorrow, and third day I'm going to send to 2,000 people some emails. Which one can I select?
Mailer light.
Sir, last 3 can be possible.
Right. See, the problem again is you're looking at, if I have 5,000 subscribers, then I will have to go for unlimited subscriber limit. Okay. Right. And if I'm sending in total 552, so that is 12,000 monthly sends, then again only send will help me there. Right. But the problem there is the daily send limit is not 5,000. Daily send limit is 2,000. So even if you have 5,000 contacts, you can send only 2,000. So again, this example is not practical. Okay, so I will make it very simple now. I have 2,200 contacts, and every day I want to send them emails for 4 days. which service will I select?
Sender?
Yes, absolutely right. So now this is the first example where we are able to match with these the solutions that we have on the screen. Okay, now I have only 1500 contacts. I have only 1500 subscribers, and I want to send them, say, 9 emails, one every day. I have 1500 subscribers. I want to send them 9 emails, one per day.
Benchmark, I guess.
1500, well, monthly send is 250. So monthly send is 250 because benchmark, when it gives its trial, it does not want you to try too much. It just wants you to just have a look at the UI, and they don't want you to use their service as a free service. So they have kept the monthly send limit as 250. So benchmark is not going to work. 1500 subscribers, 9 emails.
Sir, we can go with the send in blue also, because will not exhaust your limit.
Correct. But daily send limit is 300. I want to send 1500 daily. So you're right. 1500 subscriber will fit into senders send in blue unlimited subscriber limit. But daily send limit is 300. So I will not be able to send 1500 emails every day. So send in blue will not work. Simple. 1500 subscribers.
MailChimp.
MailChimp.
Okay, so then last 2 options can work out.
MailChimp.
Yes, who is that? Who said last 2 options? Name your name, please.
This is Sonali Mishra.
Okay, Sonali. So last 2, let's evaluate last 2. The sender has got a subscriber limit of 2500, so that's fine. MailerLite subscriber limit of 1000, but I have 1500, so MailerLite will not work.
Only the option left with us is sender, and we have to go with that.
Sender
Okay.
will work.
Yeah. So if I had, for example, only 5 emails to send with 1500, yeah, so that's a total of 7500 emails that I want to send. Then I can do that with MailChimp. With 1500 subscribers, 5 emails, that is 7500, and daily limit is 2000. So that will work for MailChimp as well as for sender. Okay. So I hope this exercise, clarifies to some extent the terminology here. Is that clear? Okay. Let's move on then. So you realize that there are these different plans of these solutions, but it is not only the price and the limits that you have to compare. You also have to look at the features that they offer. As I was saying in the slide, that you have to look at cost, you have to look at support, and you also have to look at the features. So MailerLite free plan, it offers free plan, easy to use, landing page editor, and what is a drawback is missing some pro features. So they have a downgraded version as a free into the free plan. Send in blue. So low cost plans. So you have solid automation and deliverability. So automation is an important area within email marketing. We won't be going into the depths of automation, but I will talk about automation a little bit. Landing page editor, SMS marketing tool, but the problem is the editor and the user interface is not great. Again, these are very high level comparisons. Before you select, you will have to deep dive into it and see which one fits your bill. Get response. The list automation is great. The landing page editor is nice. Designing is good. Spam testing, it allows spam testing, but deliverability is a problem. MailChimp is what we have been waiting for. Thorough reporting, generous freemium plan. So free premium plan. It's template editor, but limited email automation. So one thing I don't like about MailChimp is in its free plan, it does not give email automation. And when you have to go for the paid plan, it is expensive. So I'll come to that in a second. Let me finish this MailJet. So free plan, transaction emails. So what are transaction emails? Your password resets and so on. Those are automated emails. Drag and drop editor, which is great, but some of the features, they cost a lot. So as you can see here, for 50,000 subscribers or contacts, it's going to cost you $259 per month, whereas in 60,000, in case of MailJet, is costing only $18 or so, right? The prices might slightly vary because they keep having offers, etc. But if you see, that's why it says expensive paid plans in case of MailChimp. Okay, this is what is costing, right? I'll just turn off my video for a second. Okay, so it looks very nice that it is only $9.99 a month, right? So $10, which is 800 rupees, 77 if we take a rate or something. So it sounds not so expensive, but the catch there is it is for 500 subscribers. So if you go back to 2,500 subscribers, then it becomes $31. So what does this free plan offer? It offers basic templates, some marketing features, some autoresponders, and that's it. Now, when you go for A/B testing, we looked at that. It's part of the essential plan. It's a paid plan. You want to have custom branded email. Again, that's part of the essentials plan. If you want thorough, advanced insight to your audience, you want to retarget. In case of social media, you probably know that retargeting is one of the best ways to optimize your campaigns. There would be a lot of custom templates for designing emails, and there will be a lot of automation that they can offer, especially event-based automation. So if something happens, send an email. If this happens, send an email. So that is event-based automation. If you go into the premium side, is the advanced segmentation. So as we saw the segmentation, I'm not going to go into the details, but you will be able to segment your audience, very, very well, and so on. So there are obviously other things, and as you see, the last part is the phone support. So this is where it becomes $300 a month. So my take, what we use at London School of Digital Business is Amazon AWS, and we have hosted Sendy software on top of it. So this is something I would like to share with you, even though it's not scope of the current webinar. So I quickly go through this, but this setup of Amazon AWS is very cost effective because they're not charging us per email basis, because it is our own server, our own software that we have hosted. So there's no monthly send limits, there are no subscriber limits. So it's very cost effective. It charges as per the usage. Now, when it comes to Amazon AWS usage, it's very complicated area, how the usage is calculated. But still, it works out to be very, very cost effective. Now, if you look at one aspect is the bounce rate. So you cannot just send emails through Amazon AWS and not worry about it. So I send 50,000 emails. If your bounce rate is above that threshold, then Amazon will block your email sending facility. So it'll block your server, so you'll not be able to send emails. So even though you have no limits when it comes to monthly send, as well as subscribers, as well as how you design your email, you want to send an attachment with it, everything is flexible. But bounce rate is something that you need to watch. If it goes above a certain threshold, they have a very stringent method. And if it goes above that, then if your emails are bouncing, then obviously, they will block your server. And you have to, for the first time, you have to prove yourself in order to get your server unlocked. But then if it keeps happening again and again, they will permanently block it. So it's really something that you need to watch. Okay, so going back to our discussion on MailChimp. Yes, it offers 2,000 contacts, 10,000 send limits per month, and with a daily send limit of 2,000. It gives you one audience. So again, segmentation will be limited. As we saw, the advanced segmentation is in paid plans. You have only one admin, so only one seat to manage the account. You have limited selection and so on. But you still have email templates, so that's not so bad. Okay, so email campaign using MailChimp. So before we actually do a campaign, this is the preparation area. So you have to create your audience. You'll have to import your contacts or get contacts to get feed into the MailChimp account directly by building sign-up forms. We will be taking a lot of these sign-up forms in the next session, which is at 11:45. So I will not go into the details of sign-up forms here because it purely depends on how, where, and what is your digital asset, whether it's your blog, whether it's your website, and how you want to do things. And then once you have created your audience, you have to segment your audience. So add a single subscriber to an audience. So you can just add one by one. So you go to audience dashboard, you click there, and you say, well, adding one by one. Or you could import contacts from a well-formatted Excel. What I mean by that is there needs to be name, first name, last name. And so you have to match these fields with the fields that you have in MailChimp. And you can just upload your file if you have a lot of email addresses into that. And then, of course, you have to design your email or use a template within MailChimp. Select the audience. You have to make sure that you have enough provision, which means you have bought the right kind of plan, or the free plan allows you to do the sending. So that's how you will execute an email campaign. So let's try to create an account in MailChimp. And what I wanted to show on the screen is not, it's very easy screen just to sign up. You put your email address, your username and password. But what I wanted to show here is this arrow that is showing, I don't want to receive emails about new MailChimp products, best practices, or special offers. So by default, there is unticked, which means by default, I'm saying yes, send me emails, right? If I click this, then I'm saying I don't want to, right? So it's kind of tricky, whether you should tick it or not tick it. If you tick, that means you're not going to receive. And by default, it is unticked. You click sign up and you will start receiving their emails. So email solution provider is showing you how to create your own opt-in list. Interesting, isn't it? As we saw, this is one way of sign up where you create an opt-in list. In the next session, I will show you a lot of examples whereby it will be real life example, and stay tuned because we will be giving you some exciting screens where you can have fantastic ebooks that you can download for free. You can join a free webinar and so on. So some exciting stuff in the next session. Okay, so we're just now setting up the account. You can tag, and this is where segmentation would help if you tag your audience. Right, so let's look at MailChimp. Where is my MailChimp? Okay. Okay, I'm logged in, and as you can see, I'll go to the dashboard. So you just saw the screens where I created the account, and to save time while we're doing this, I took the screenshots, and now I'm showing you the actual stuff. Okay. So here's your audience. That's the audience dashboard. And you have 2 contacts that I have inserted already. So want to see, okay, what are these 2 contacts? Okay, this is for testing purposes I added. So this is a subscribed one. Okay, I will show you how you create a subscribed one. Before we go forward, let me just go back to the organizer. Gaikwad ma'am, should I be allowing some time for question answers?
Yes, sir. You can take question answers.
Okay, fine. So I will pace my session accordingly. Okay, thank you so much. So let's go back to this. And I'm just saying, well, you can export the audience, toggle columns to whatever we have added, and add contacts, add a subscriber, or import contacts, as I explained to you. So let me just do this. Okay. Add a subscriber. It's very simple, actually. And it would be rather first name, last name, etc., etc. And you can add a tag here. Okay, because we have not created a tag. And I could just click subscribe, that's it. And then I will see my contacts here. So the contact will get added here. If you want to import, we have to have an Excel sheet for that. Now let's look at the audience dashboard. I've created a sign up form here. So let me just try to show you. Although, I don't really want to use MailChimp sign up form because normally in the industry, we will have a very customized requirement, and then trying to use their sign up form, sometimes is very tedious to accommodate your requirements. Okay. So dashboard, campaigns. Okay. So you can say form builder. And you can have this thing already. So create a message, edit, or edit. Searching for a demo sign up form. Save and close. Okay. You can add fields here, whatever you like, and probably remove them. So you can say add field from here. You want to add a website and you want to add an image or something like that. Design it. You can go into the designer, make changes, and translate it. So if you want to have this form to be translated to other languages and so on, you can translate to other languages, which is a great feature. Right. Now, here is my link. I copy that. And there you go. Your sign up form is ready. So I would say now, all right. Or let me just do this. Okay, and I just click subscribe. Of course, it's asking me whether I'm a robo. Crosswalks. I can see one here. I can see one here. I can see one here. Oops. Hey dear. Okay. Subscribe. Okay, so it says it's already subscribed to this list. Traffic light. Bus. Oh dear. Okay, so you see, so many security measures every website is taking these days. Okay, so you have been confirmed. Let me go back here. Let me go into my audience dashboard. Right. So thank you for subscribing. And as you can see, it has still not added into my audience. It says still 2 contacts, not more. Even if I say all contacts, yes, it's refreshed now. Okay. So you see here, this is a sign up form. As simple as that. So create a sample form, subscribe to it, and you start getting subscribed. And this is posted sign up form, source, admin add. So if you have added and called it subscribed, then it's you as a source. So when you're importing, it will be you as a source, and this will be hosted sign up form. So yeah, so this is basically how it you can build your email list. We will see a lot more details later on. And automations. So automation is a big area. Let me just give you some brief examples. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop presentation so we can see each other for a few minutes. Stop presenting and start my video. Okay, so automation is another area where, for example, you have an email subscribed to your list. You can send an auto response saying, hey, hi, welcome to our list, and you can find useful stuff on this particular link, etc. So this is a basic autoresponder. It is not really automation. But automation is a creation of series of emails. So if you decide that, okay, a student subscribes to my list, then I'm going to send this email on the day 1, day 5, day 10, day 15, etc. If a faculty subscribes to my email list, I'm going to send 5 emails at these intervals, etc. So you can do that. You can do scheduling of emails. So a lot of email automation can be done that way. Or if a subscriber is on your website looking for some product, and you realize that that person is actually looking for this particular product, clicked it again and again. Maybe after 2 days, it clicked again. So you have this data, and you can probably start sending an email with an offer, because then you know that this person is likely to buy this product, but is thinking maybe a small offer will trigger the sale. And so that is very high grade automation, and it needs what we call as integration, which is amazing when it comes to integration. As per my introduction, I spent my life in software integrations, and that's where you bring in productivity out of every platform. Any questions? We have about 10 minutes.
Sir, one
Yes,
question
go
was
ahead.
there.
Can you just tell me your name?
Srinivas Joshi, sir.
Yes. What's the question?
What is the maximum number of emails that we can send via educational domain like edu.in or something like that?
Okay. See, .edu domain. See, a domain will not have any technical limit. Okay. There could be, if you have to check your legality within your.
Like, sir, yeah, just to add to, most of the times we are given a email ID which is based on the college domain, like my college
Yes.
is @aitdgoa.edu.in.
Yes.
So that I wanted to ask you.
No, I understand your point, but so first of all, domain does not have a limit for sending emails. It is your mail server which is configured. Okay, so you have to ask your service provider what is the SMTP limit. SMTP limit that is set for your server, and that will tell you. Every hosting provider has got a different send limit that they have set. Few people set at 300, few people set at 500, maybe lesser than that. And if it is your own hosted domain in the cloud, then maybe it is your IT team who will know what is the SMTP limit. Okay, Srinivas?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. What will happen is, if you try to send more than that, mails will simply not go. And you will wonder, why my mails are not going. Okay. Any other question? People are asking in the chat box. I apologize. I won't be able to track your messages so fast. So if you can unmute and speak up, please.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have got only one doubt. Shall we do the feature what you have made with Gmail also? Shall we do the feature?
What's the question?
Shall we do the kind of subscriber addition for our mail ID? And shall we do the same feature in Gmail also?
Somebody speaking. Can you just go on mute? Is there a question?
Yes, sir. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, my question is, sir, you've added subscribers to our mail ID and to the information what we are trying to post. Sir, shall we do the same kind of feature with Gmail also?
Dr. Bhaskaran, are you asking the question?
Yes, sir. I'm asking the question, sir.
Yeah. Can you just come closer to the mic?
Yes, sir. Now, am I audible now, sir?
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Actually, you have done some addition of subscribers to our mail or to the information what we are trying to post. So, shall we do it with Gmail also?
Sorry, sir. Can you just type the message in the chat box? I apologize.
The message, sir. Once again, sir, I do, sir.
If you just type into the message box, yes, Bhaskar, whether Gmail has subscriber creation option. Well, the point is Gmail is a mail client where you have an individual email account and you will send from that email account. The tools that we are looking at are bulk sending tools, bulk email campaigns. So these are completely different tools. They cannot be compared with Gmail. So adding a subscriber and all that, those concepts will not come into Gmail. You have email clients such as your Gmail app, Gmail, also your Microsoft Outlook. When it comes to Mac, it is Mail. So these are the email clients where you configure your email ID and it facilitates you sending that email ID. That's it. It is not for email marketing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So Rahul Patil has got a message here. How to prevent our message from spam category. Okay. So Rahul, as I said, why I included one of the tools is because of that, the bounce rate has to be minimum and you have to verify your email IDs. And I gave a couple of websites, email-checker.net, then verify email address.org. These are the options that you have where you can check and validate. Leopathu is another website, Rahul Patil, where you can validate your email IDs before sending them. I hope, yeah, that answers your question.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Sachin sir, this is Pankaj Chauhan.
Yes, Pankaj.
This is a question which is quite, I would say, not directly relevant to your topic, but I hope you can answer it. If you can, please. My question is, I have a website actually, and the agency that has designed and developed it has gone shut. And now its domain is about to expire. Point is, can you suggest me who can help me to recover my website? Because the vendor that has built up it is nowhere now. I am not able to trace him.
Okay. So Pankaj, which God you believe?
Which God I believe, sir? I believe in every God, sir.
Pray that God. Jokes apart, see, it is tough. If the company is gone shut, right? Your domain recovery is a very difficult task. What you can do, Pankaj, is you can check on the website. There are lots of other websites, but whois.com, you can check where your domain is registered. Who is your registrar? Okay. You contact the registrar and you tell them that this domain is mine. An agency bought it. So please transfer it to me. When is the domain going to expire?
In this month only, sir. In this month only, sir. Right, sir.
Okay.
I still have, I think, in 15 days, because I got a reminder message from the GoDaddy. I think he registered the domain on my name and by giving my credentials.
Oh, fantastic.
But the point is, the website is, I don't know how to recover the website.
Right. See, to recover the website, you have to get a web developer to be able to extract it from wherever it is, right? And they will be able to extract the details, whatever has been developed. If it is database and all that, it is very difficult to recover unless we get the access to your hosting account. But if you are receiving emails from GoDaddy, this is fantastic, because that means GoDaddy recognizes you, and it will be easy to renew your domain as well. So that's all I can say right now. If you further need any assistance, one of my team members can help you as well. So you can just email growth@lsdb.co.uk and just say that I need my help, and just give reference as Sachin Parekh session.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So my team will help you out. Okay. Can you please, so there is Dr. Mukesh Porwal. Can you please throw light on drip marketing tool? So as I said, yes, there are so many other email marketing tools that are available. And drip marketing is one of them. But basically, what is drip marketing? Dr. Mukesh, can you unmute yourself? Dr. Mukesh Porwal? You probably asked the question and gone away, or what? So if you're there, I will take this question. Otherwise, next question, we have 3 minutes to go. Next question. Just get ready for the next session. It's going to be brilliant. We're going to have lots of free stuff coming our way. Okay. It seems people are leaving for the break, and I'm getting constant messages that people are leaving. So maybe, yes, Gaikwad ma'am.
Yes, Neelam ma'am, if you have a question, go ahead.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, Neelam.
Sachin sir. Very good session. I wanted to ask one question, that if we are having a manufacturing unit and we are not into any website still. So if we are having this, we are into this email marketing, then how we can just proceed if we are not having any website? So can we go for directly the email marketing?
Yes, of course you can. See, we have to evaluate what is the right kind of, actually brilliant question, Nilima, first of all. Because I think people have this misconception that you have to have this and that. There are various ways you can be digitally available. You can be available on social media. You can be available on app, website, blog, and marketplace. So these are various ways to be available online. So Nilima, based on whatever your unit does, right? We can definitely create email campaigns, but you need something to come back to. So what we call in marketing is call to action. So what is the action that you want people to take? If it is again doing something digitally, then you will need something. So Is this your unit, or are you close to that unit, manufacturing unit?
Yeah. My husband is having that unit, and I am into that marketing. I was learning this digital marketing for the same.
Okay.
So we are into pressure vessels and all this fabrication units, heavy fabrication units. So I just wanted to ask that, if we want some people to subscribe, we should have some newsletters or some, content that we are sharing with the customers.
Yes,
So,
yes. You need content, but your content really needs to be creative. It needs to be well. Actually, these are the things that we're going to talk in the next session. So I'm not going to steal that charm. But what you can do is, because your need is very specific, and this audience is probably faculties. So maybe you can email at growth@lsdb and put my reference. I'll get one of my team members to get in touch with you and probably help you out.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So,
should we go for a break, sir?
Yes,
now?
I was going to ask you, Gaikwad ma'am.
Yeah. So we'll go for a break, and when we log in again at 11:45, please use the second session's link. So we'll be closing this link.
Okay, yes.
And we've already mailed you the second link. This is also a reminder for the participants that we've closed on time the first session, and log in back at 11:45 using the second link. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Bye.